Hello, everyone. It's me again. Thank you so much for being here. Good night. It's 9:30 p.m. Completely later, maybe for, I don't know, another kind of people who watch this YouTube live in another country, in my same country, Mexico, of course. I don't know where you watch this video and this YouTube live, of course. But the point about this stream is about people who living in Merida. Yes, in Merida, Yucatan, because the topic is about register, your car here in Yucatan, in Merida. And you need to follow certain step by step. If you want to get a good, to know, a good registration in your car, because you need to understand something. Merida is the most famous in bureaucracy about procedures. Any kinds of government procedures, you need to be patient. You need to follow certain rules. You need to follow certain politics about institutions. Okay, in this case, this institute is about SSP, Secretaría de Seguridad Pública in Spanish. However, that institute is the only institute who have the authority to register your car. No other institute, not, I don't know, Instituto Nacional de Migración, for example, INM, another, for example, municipal police. They don't have that faculty. The only faculty here in Merida, no, in Yucatan, because Yucatan is the state, is SSP, Secretaría de Seguridad Pública, because the jurisdiction is a state, okay? Yucatan is the state. In Spanish is the la entidad, el estado, stay here in Mexico. Okay, this is very interesting. Maybe if you watch this YouTube live, because maybe you purchase a new car, maybe you purchase a car at your friend and your neighbor and another person who, and you need to, I don't know, maybe put in your name that new car, maybe that new car you purchase in a car dealer. I don't know, but you need to understand something. It's important for you register your car. You are not able to drive here in Merida if your car is not it doesn't have registration here in Merida. Okay, this is the topic. I'm gonna show you my screen. Is this one? But a car. Don't skip this in Yucatan. Okay, this topic is at temporary residency and permanent residency. Okay, if you are a tourist person, if you are and you don't fall into those categories, residency, permanent or temporary, and maybe this one is not for you because, for example, when you are temporary, when you are permanent, you have that faculty to purchase a car and put that car in your name. Okay, that is the objective here in this YouTube live, and is and break down you how you can register here in Yucatan. But it's important for you. If you are temporary or permanent and you purchase a new car here in Mexico, yes, I don't want to explain about maybe you bring your car, your foreigner car in from US, for example, or another or Canada. I don't want to explain about it because this topic is specific about you purchase a car here in Mexico, no matter what in which state here in my country, but if you live here in Merida, it's because you want to register your car in this state, Yucatán. Okay? Well, after this overview, let's go break down this topic. For example, SSP have different procedures than you can register your car. For example, this is the first option, new vehicle registration. What is the objective about this procedure? Allow you to obtain license plate, registration sticker, and circulation card for new vehicle that will circulate within the state. Okay, maybe you purchase a new car in car dealers, for example. I don't know, Ford, or maybe Nissan, or maybe, I don't know, BMW, BMW, or any another kinds of car dealers who is not a brand, for example, but they sellers varieties of car. Yes, maybe you purchase that car in those dealers. I don't know where comes that new car about your circumstance, but that car is new. Nobody registered that car. Okay, that car is white, is doesn't have any owner. Yes, it's new. The invoice appear your name, appear the information about your car, the cost about your car, between another kinds of information. Okay, that vehicle is for you. Okay, this is the accurate procedure for you. New vehicle registration. Okay, the second procedure is this one. Use vehicle registration. The objective about this procedure is completely different than the new vehicle. Okay? You need to be careful for it because a lot of people confuse between new vehicle and used vehicle. Maybe it's completely obvious, but sometimes um, you need to be or you need to get the right information when you make any procedure in Secretaría de Seguridad Pública. Okay, this procedure let you allows you to obtain license plates, registration sticker, and circulation cards for used vehicles coming from other states or previously registered in the state vehicle control registry. This is the key. Vehicles coming from other states, or maybe that car it was previously registered in this state um, for a dealer, for example, and any owner put and their car I don't know sell their car in a dealer. The dealer obtain the invoice, obtain the rights about that car, and after that dealer have that faculty to sell that car to other person. Yes, well, that is the point. Or maybe you purchase your car in Tabasco, or maybe in Quintana Roo, or maybe in Mexico City or Puebla, or another kinds of states here in my country. Okay, remember this due to life. It's about cars that you purchase those cars here in Mexico. Yes, and well, in this case, you need to take this procedure. Use vehicle registration. The next one is this one. This one is almost related, almost. Because, for example, sometimes when one used car is previous registered to other person, and you need to change the ownership. Yes, because maybe that in car, the invoice appear another person, and that person give the rights, and that dealer, well, that dealer have that right about that invoice. He have that faculty to sell that car. Okay. In this case, you purchase that car, but you need to register that car in your name. However, exists another procedure. What is the procedure? Is change of ownership. Okay, what do you mean? Registration of change of ownership in the state vehicle control register. Transfer of a used vehicle. Do you see that? Used vehicle. Because sometimes you purchase your car in another state, it's a foreigner car, national car, of course, but you purchase that car in Tabasco, okay? That car have another ownership in your invoice, yes? Doesn't appear your name, appear the name, the old owner, okay? But you have the rights about that invoice because you need to understand in your invoice need to appear the famous endoso. Endoso means, I don't know how to say that word in English, but endoso means that another owner gives you the right to use that invoice. What do you mean? You are the new owner, okay? That owner put in their invoice that new or that invoice give you the rights, the obligations using this card at your name. Okay. Well, I hope you understand me. This maybe no good translation, but maybe you follow my idea. Any invoice, if you purchase a new car to other person, that person need to put in their invoice in rhythm about the allowed you give the rights and obligation about that car at your name. Okay. In that endorsement need to appear the name about your name, but need to appear the signature, the old owner. Okay. Well, that is the point. And this is very important for you because it's completely common, completely normal sometimes for national people, but for foreigners people too, residents too, because sometimes they purchase an used car to other person. They make that procedures about purchase, about agreement, and after they give you an invoice, a written that endorsement, and after you have that car. Okay, what is the point? You need to put at your name that new car. Where in SSP. You need to notify at SSP about that new car. And according the law about SSP, you have a deadline to register your car because if you don't register your car and you use all the period about register that new car because you didn't do the change of ownership is a fee for you. Yes, procedures that sometimes is not good. And my recommendation for you is try when you purchase that new car. Don't wait for a longer time. Trying to go to the next, I don't the next day, the next week when you have all the gather of documents and go to the SSP. Okay, that's mean this. Um, process, change of ownership. The last one is more recently because nowadays, if you're living here in Merida, maybe you know that nowadays these states renew the plates, okay? Because the old plates 2020 nowadays need to renew to 2025, okay? But this procedure is only for those persons for before they register their car in SSP. They have a plate for 2020. They need to do this procedure, the issuance of license plate. Why? Because it's an obligation nowadays. The Yucatan government allowed you made this procedure in this month. This procedure started in June, but the end is until December. You have that time to renew your plate. If you don't renew your plate, okay, the Yucatan government started put fees at those people who they don't follow the rules. Okay, it's important for you make this procedure. You know, and you didn't know how. What is the first step to make this procedure? No worries. Right now, I'm gonna explain with you a little bit about it. My point is give you general information, of course, because I don't want to make this due to life longer. Okay, but well, this re-issuance of license plate, it's important for you. If you have a plate 2020, you need to renew to 2020, 2025. Okay, the new plate, because nowadays it's an obligation for everyone. Every people who living here in Merida, every people who driving a car, no matter what, if you have vehicle or motorcycle, you need to put the new plate. Okay? That is your obligation. It's important. Then Mexican people, local people, then and resident too. Okay? Sorry, I don't know what happened to this. Perfect. Well, maybe you ask, okay, Luis, that's very interesting. Honestly, I didn't know about those procedures, and honestly, maybe it's new for me. But my question is, what is the documents? What documents I need for do those procedures? Okay, they are the documents. You need to be legal, a legal resident here in Merida. It's for that in the beginner I told you, you need to be resident, temporary or permanent residency. Okay? If you are tourist, okay, maybe this information is important for you because maybe you need to know if you have that intention to live here in Mexico, maybe live here in Merida. Okay, this information it's important for you. But if you are resident, it's more important for you because maybe you right now have a car, okay? You're driving a car. That car maybe have plates, old plates, 2020 about this stay, or maybe you have played to other city, other state here in my country. Okay, you need to register your car. Yes, it's important for you. Those are the documents. And passport, of course, your passport, it's important. You need to prove of address. Okay, how you prove your address? About the bills, the bill electricity or bills water. I don't know. It's important. The next point is documents proving ownership of the vehicle. Okay, in original invoice, of course, I told you, no copy is original. You need to bring original documents. All those documents you need to bring in original and copies too. But the most important for this institute is bring your documents in original. Okay? The copy is important because you need to give those copies them, but before they receive your copies, they need to see, they need to check out your original documents because they need to check out and certain method or securities about your documents because SSP is their duty. Check out all the documents. Now the documents have in the right way. Okay. Another point is this one. Remember, maybe that invoice doesn't appear to name because you purchased that car to other person. Well, you need that invoice with endorsed. I don't know how to say in English. I would like to give me a second. I would like to know how pronounce this word. Give me a second. Um, Indoors. Okay. Oh well, that's good. Indoors. Perfect. That is the word. That invoice need a an indoors. Okay. Vehicle rights. Remember again, if you purchase a car that on other ownership, that invoice need a endorse. Yes, that endorses means vehicle rights that all owner give you the right and obligation about that car. Okay. However, you made this procedure, for example, change of ownership, SSP requests that point that rule indoors. Okay, that indoors. If your invoice doesn't appear that indoors, believe me, SSP deny you because it's true. Maybe you purchased the car. They believe in that, but it's um, mandatory for them. Or well, I'm gonna show you the official website about it, about those documents, about different, about those procedures who explained with you before. But well, you right now know the accurate information. Endorse in your invoice. Okay. The next point is this one: insurance policy. Insurance policy. I don't know why. Is a surprise for me because sometimes people, when they want to register the car, they don't pay attention in this point. Apart, of course, about the endorse in your invoice, and they forget hire a an insurance. SSP or Yucatán need that you hired an insurance. That insurance need a liability law or liability insurance. Yes, because you need to protect to other person. Maybe this is the context. Okay, you are driving and after you don't pay attention to the traffic lights and you pass because the traffic lights were or was in red, and you pass, you don't respect the red light, and after you make and crash to other car. Okay, well, that liabilities law or civil protect because your insurance allow you, protect you at other person. Yes, I'm gonna explain with you about it. This is not my strength topic about insurance, honestly, but it's important for SSP that you hired an insurance, and that insurance need have a liability law. Okay, maybe you SSP. The next point is notoricide, notoricide power of attorney. For example, maybe you want to avoid all this bureaucracy, maybe because it's difficult for you to speak Spanish, you don't feel confident about this language. Maybe you are good to speak Spanish, but it's difficult for you make this procedure because you need to understand something. Make those procedures. You need time. Okay, maybe you will spend all your morning in this institute for 4 hours, 5 hours, I don't know, depend on this institute, because every single day they receive crowded of people. Okay, and you need to be patient, but SSP allows you hire another person who make this procedure for you, but the condition is you need to this, or you need this document, notarized power of attorney. Okay, because you give that permission to other person make this procedure for you. Of course, the car is in your name, everything is in your name. The only point is you that power to other person make represent you. Okay, this is the condition by SSP. Okay, maybe you don't have time, maybe it's you don't want to spend your time here with us. Okay, you are able to hire another person, but the condition is notarized power of attorney. Okay, this is very good for you. If you don't want to, I don't know, experiment this and longer, um, sometimes a stressful process. Okay, and the next document is official payment receipt, and that receipt is in the same place. You don't need to pay before. You pay in the same place when you make your procedure, because you need to understand, and sometimes when you make those procedures, no matter what, if change of ownership, or maybe use vehicle registration, or maybe new vehicle registration, sometimes um, it's not done in the same day. Maybe you need to return the next day, or maybe another day, because they need to verify, they need to check out your invoice, they need to check out about your car, about your procedence, about that car. Okay, and they need time. Maybe they need another week, maybe they need 50 days and check out your documents. Okay, however, it's important for you to know those procedures is not done in the same time. If you have that lucky day that your and maybe your procedure is finished in the same week, good for you, honestly. But if not, you need to be patient. I told you, bureaucracy is completely normal here in Merida. It's a bigger challenge, not only for resident people, it's the same for national people too. Okay? Vehicle registration card. Okay. That vehicle registration card is the famous. Give me a second. Um, is the famous. Sorry. Mm, well, it's this one, guys. Is circulation cards. Okay, circulation cards. Maybe that is them. Yeah, yeah. Circulation card. That circulation card. It's important because, for example, again, you make this procedure, change of ownership. You need to understand that the old person need to give you all the documents, their circulation card, their plates, yes, their plates about that car, invoice, and well, those is important for this procedure, change of ownership. Okay, why it's important for SSP valid proof what is the procedence about that car. Okay, if this car is right, yes, if that car is not stolen or another kinds of circumstance. Okay, but it's important for SSP request that document in change of ownership or in used vehicle registration. Yes, because I told you maybe that car and you purchase a car in local, for example, or maybe in another state, you need that circulation card. Okay, be careful for it. Be careful for it. It's mandatory document if you make a change of ownership or use the registration card. It's important for you. Sometimes request you that you have a drive license from the state of Yucatan. It's not mandatory, but sometimes they need it. For example, look at this. This point is completely fall into those people who they purchase a motorcycle, a new motorcycle. Okay. The condition about SSP is okay. You want to register your motorcycle. You want plate, circulation card. Okay. Before register, before give you plates and circulation card, you need driver's license. Okay, in category motorcycle. Okay, you need to go in the same institute, of course, because this institute divide between driver license and registration vehicle in the state. Okay, in that area, driver license, you need sometimes you need to pass certain exam, theoric exam, practical exam. Sometimes need proof that you are able to park in your car or maybe handle your motorcycle. And that point is, however, it's important for you because if you want to register your motorcycle, the condition is okay, show me your license. That your license is here in Yucatan. Okay, that is the point. However, you need to any procedure you need to ask. If you are able to speak Spanish, my recommendation for you go to the place because if you're trying to pick up call them, to be honest with you, you need to wait for longer time for someone pick up the phone and give you the information. Believe me, they don't respond from from not quickly. You need to I don't know, maybe make that step again. Call again, call again, call again, call again until someone pick up the phone. But for me, honestly, it's more easy. Go to the place, ask for any authority in that institute, ask for your doubts, ask any questions. But about what is those rules or those documents that you need to bring about that procedure. Okay, it's important for you. Now, no more, or well, more important for you because the difference about national people than resident foreigners is this letter. This letter is additional for residents. Before to go to National Immigration Institute, you need to go this institute SSP. You need to recover an SSP letter first, the first step, and after you need to go to National Immigration Institute. Okay, don't make this mistake. Go to the first at National Immigration Institute because they give you an SSP document. Okay, that document is important for National Immigration Institute because they know why they need to give you that letter because in that letter say I give this letter at John or Stephanie or Lady because Lady wants to make this procedure in SSP. Okay? But it's important for you know it. You are resident, temporary, permanent residency. You need this letter. Yes or yes. Mandatory for you. Yes. If you hire another person who make this procedure for you, is the same. Okay? Not because another person, national person, make this procedure for you, you don't need to get this letter in National Immigration Institute. It's mandatory for any foreigner. No matter what, if you go for yourself, make this process, or you hire someone, but you need this letter. Yes or yes. Got it? Well, let me show you the official website SSP. I told you if you know Spanish, you are able to read in Spanish. Perfect. And honestly, this official website support you or helping you in understand the step by step. But My recommendation for you guys is not only believe in that information about the official website. Why? Not make sense for me. It's insane for me because it's normal. The official website gives you the information. Why sometimes I don't need to believe in that information? Okay, my answer is this one. Yes, that information is accurate, okay, is reliable for you. The problem is the bureaucracy. Not for the institute, it's for the people. It's for the people who working in those institute. Sometimes they request another documents, and sometimes those documents doesn't appear in the website. You need to be careful for this point. Believe me. Sometimes you get stressed for a small detail. It's stressful because you spend your morning, you spend all your morning in that institute, but when you feel that today is finished, sometimes happens something. The people say you, hey, I need an additional document. And that additional document I give you, but you need to wait. You need to wait. You need to pay that document and you need to wait that resolution about that document. And sometimes it's stressful, guys. However, I told you, patience is the key. Patience. Okay? Let me now show you that official website. Mhm. Perfect. Look at this. This is the government website. Maybe you see, you notice that, and say Yucatán, Gobierno del Estado de Yucatán 2024-2030, 2020, 2024, 2030. Okay? The point say Registro Estatal, state registration, I don't know, about procedures and service. The first point is this one. It's more easy if you follow for an institute. Yes, because this website gives you conditions and categories. For example, administración pública, I don't know, public administrator, um, apertura de empresas, startups, por ejemplo, asociaciones y organizaciones, associations, organize in between another categories. Okay, in this point is click in this one in administración. Sorry, it's not this one. Sorry. You need to go in this one in dependencias. Dependencias means any institute about this state. Yes, any institute. Appear, despacho del gobernador, maybe the government, the authority about this state, and you are able to go in that place because sometimes you need certain documents in this institute. Okay, you are able to go in this category. Okay, this point. But the most important for us right now in this topic is SSP, Secretaría de Seguridad Pública. Okay, where is Secretaría de Seguridad Pública? Look, it's this one. Secretaría de Seguridad Pública. You need to and I don't know, click this point and appear all the process about that institute. Secretaría de Seguridad Pública, SSP. First, maybe you got fees. Yes, you need to pay fees because maybe you don't respect the traffic lights between another, maybe you don't respect the parking. You parking your car in any place who is forbidden. Okay, you need to pay a fee. Well, in this one, you have that process in this institute. Aclaraciones de infracciones. I don't know, fees, more easy. But look at this. I'm gonna show you those process who I break down you before. For example, this one, cambio de propietario and change of ownership. Okay, in Spanish is cambio de propietario. You want to know more information about this procedure? Click these options, and after show you all the information. Okay, right now doesn't show you. I'm gonna change the page in my screen. Okay, it's this one. Okay, and change of ownership. I told you, unfortunately, all the information is in Spanish. Yes, if you are able to read in Spanish, maybe, well, my recommendation for you, revise all the information about this process, okay? Change of ownership. Because this page break down you all that you need to know about this procedure, okay? For example, what need? ¿Qué necesito? What need? Perfect. Explain you between, I don't know, topic, subtopic. Topic, identificación oficial de la persona, your ID, your authentic ID. What is your authentic ID? In this case, because you are resident and you need to bring your resident card, okay? Your resident card, not only your passport. You need to bring it because the SSP need to know that you are legal here in Yucatan, in Mérida, okay? Another point is this one, your address. You need to, I told you before, and you need to proof of address here in Yucatan. But the difference, the national people, because national people need to prove this condition in their ID, okay? But then residence is different. How you prove your address at SSP? Okay, you prove your address about the letter, the National Migration Institute. Remember? Because SSP requests that INMA please need information about this resident if this resident have a an address here in Yucatan. Yes, that is your proof for you because you need to prove that you have an address here in Yucatan. Okay? Comprobante de domicilio. You need to prove your address. For example, look. is this paragraph. Presentar carta del Instituto Nacional de Migración. You need to bring a letter about National Immigration Institute, okay? Because that letter need to break down that you have an address here in Yucatan, okay? You have a registration about address here in Yucatan. However, you need to know something. And plus, if you live in the same place where, do you remember when you made you canje, you exchange for recover your resident card? Okay, you give an address. Okay. However, if you change to other address and you never notify a INM, okay, your obligation is change that address to INM. Why? Because I told you, you need to bring your proof of address. You need to bring your bill electricity. Yes? Imagine that your electricity bill say an address, but in INM have another address. The problem is INM, Instituto Nacional de Migración, National Migration Institute, they don't give you the letter because you need to change your address with them. Okay, that's another procedure. However, it's important for you if you are a resident, follow the rules about migration. You need to notificate any change about your condition here in Mexico. Okay, because if you don't do that, for example, about the address, this procedure will prolong for longer time because you need to make an appointment in National Migration Institute. And after you make your appointment, you need to change your address. When you change your address, after, okay, you give that letter about SSP, okay, National Migration Institute, receive your documents because you need to bring another documents. You need to pay and fees. And after you need to wait certain days before that letter is done. When that letter is done, okay, you need to go to SSP, make the another procedure, okay? But for this procedure in National Migration Institute, take time, take days. It's not in the same day. You need to understand that. Now, if you don't notify your new address, a National Migration Institute, okay, it's more longer. You got it? Well, that is the point, guys. It's important for you. Another point is documento para acreditar la propiedad del vehículo. Document that you need to prove that that vehicle is yours. Okay, the invoice. That is the point. That invoice need to be original, no copy, original. The condition is this one. Endorse. Yes, I need to refresh again. Indoors, sorry, indoors, indoors. Okay, indoors. Look. Look, factura de origen, the original invoice, ¿ok? Es pedida por la agencia distribuidora como sello, firma y leyenda de nuevo. If you purchase a new car in car dealer that invoice need certain condition. Why? The sello, signature, and legend about this car. This car is new. This invoice is new. Okay, but if this invoice was to other owner, that invoice need this indoors. Okay, appear in this point. Si cambió de propietario, if change of ownership, you must have the indoors in the back in your invoice. Okay, it's important the information. However, all the information you are able to know in the official website, not in other websites, in this website. Okay. Now, if you know Spanish, it's more easy for you. Be careful and detail, understand each point. Okay. And the next point is this one. For example, in circulation card, I told you in change of ownership, it's important for you bring this document, bring the circulation card. Okay, maybe the old owner lost this document. Okay, circulation card. Okay, SSP give you another alternative. You need to bring another document. Recibo o certificación del último pago de la tarjeta de circulación and the last payment about the circulation card. Or if no, bring the circulation card. Okay, if you lost the circulation card, perfect. You need to bring original a certification about the last payment about this card. Okay, good. The next point is póliza de seguro, the insurance. Insurance. Okay, the indoors. Let me know. See anyway. Give me a second, guys. I need to. Insurance. 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 No, insurance. Insurance. That is the correct pronunciation. Insurance. You need to bring insurance. You need to hire an insurance. No matter what is the company, but any process, you need to bring a insurance. And between well, look, do you remember that point? The notarized power of attorney is this one. Why? Because explain that. Presentarse en caso de realizar un tercero. Bring this document if you hired another person who make this process for you. Okay? And that person need to add in plus their ID apart about this card. Okay? Perfect. Well, guys, is this one explain with you what is the price about that and procedure and cambio de propietario, change of ownership. Sorry. Yes. What is the price? For example, look at this, is this one. But well, my recommendation for you is try to, before take this personally or believe in this cost, in this price. My recommendation for you is send a message in this WhatsApp and wait for the answer, maybe in the same day, maybe the next day, maybe in 2 days, or go to the SSP. Okay? Well, explain you cuáles son las formas de pagos, what is the ways that you are able to pay, where you can, where can you pay, and well, another point. Okay. Well, this one is about change of ownership. Now, I'm gonna show you the last procedure, um, because I don't want to be longer this YouTube live. 1 hour again. I love to open my mouth a lot. And well, cambio propietario, another procedures appear. All these procedures belong to SSP. Okay. For example, reemplacamiento. Do you remember this procedure? It, about, it was about re-issuance of license plates. Okay, the new plates. Okay, this is the procedure. You need to understand um, and what is the documents that you require about make this procedure. Then the next is registro de vehículo nuevo. Remember, I told you before, and new vehicle registration. I'm going to show you quickly what is the documents that you need to bring if you make this procedure. Mm, Okay, is this one. What is the documents? If you know this something, you pay a lot of attention about this YouTube live, you are able to know this the difference about change of ownership than register a new car. It's the same documents. You need to bring your ID. Remember, you need to bring your resident card and you need to prove your address. You need to bring the letter about the National Migration Institute. Say this, explain the same. You need to prove the right about the car, about your invoice. You need to follow the rules about that invoice. Remember, if because the procedure is about a new car. What is the condition that that invoice, original invoice, need appear and the seller, signature, and legend about this invoice is new. Okay, this car is new. If no, it's a problem. You need to go to the car dealers and you need to request, hey, please put me this one because SSP denied me if you don't put those conditions in my invoice. Okay, but look at this. The policy, insurance, insurance. You need the insurance and the power, the letter power notariada. Well, it's not the correct pronunciation. It's not notarized power of attorney, but do you notice the difference? The guardian of document doesn't appear circulation card, okay? Because this card is new. Is the procedure. Registro de vehículo nuevo. Register a new car. What is the cost? Appear the cost. For this cost or this price, you have your circulation card and plate. Yes, plates, of course. and well, between another information. Okay, I'm gonna show you quickly the last procedure about use vehicle. Yes, because I explained with you that use vehicle registration, and because it's completely different than register a new car. Mm. Look, registro del vehículo usado. De vehículo usado, sorry. Register or use vehicle register. I open that. Okay, stop my screen. I share my screen again. And this one. Okay, it's this one, guys. Use vehicle register. Registro de vehículo usado in Spanish. Look, what you need. Documents, the same ID, you need proof address, and you need to bring the letter National Migration Institute as again with the same conditions, and you need to bring your proof about your car, your invoice. The car need to appear those legend about new or indoors. And look at this. Again, appear circulation card. Do you see that? It's the same that change of ownership. The point here, the difference, listen up, listen carefully. The difference is in ownership, if the owner lost their circulation card, you have another alternative for the old owner requests the last payment about that circulation card, okay, in change of ownership. But in this process, in use vehicle registration, give you one condition, circulation card. Doesn't give you another alternative. That means that if you purchase a car, that car um, is local car, of course, local car. You pushes that car at your neighbor or maybe at your friend or any person here in Yucatan, but that person lost their circulation card. You need to request that person, hey, I need your circulation card. And that person need to make a procedure to recover again that tarjeta de circulación, circulation card, because if no, you will get problems in register that car in your name. Yes. Or maybe that car is yours. Imagine that that car is yours. You purchase this car here in Merida. But well, for example, I don't know. Give me a second. Let me I'm thinking. Maybe you purchase that car um, in any car dealer, older dealers who they don't sell new cars. Yes, they sells old cars, used vehicle. Okay, you need to register that car, of course. Okay, how you can register that car? Perfect. You need to that circulation card. If that car dealer give you the circulation card, you will get problems, guys. I forget the point. Looks. Yes, so yes, you need that circulation card. Okay, in the owner of in change of ownership, give you another alternative. In use vehicle registration, no, you need it, and you need to bring the plate about that car because SSP, I don't know, finish the registration about that plate and give you new plates. And is the same for change of ownership. I don't know why it doesn't explain with you that point. Um, but yes, let me give 1 second. Okay, well, in the information, look, that is the point. In the information, oh well, I need to revise more small in detail, of course. But look, in honor, in change of ownership, you need to bring the plate in use vehicle registration too, because it's mandatory give those plates, no matter what, if those plates are in that other sorry, or local. You need to bring those plates. Okay? But well, guys, um, I need to finish this one. Look, the letter notary side and letter power, and between another kinds of information that you need to know. What is the cost about use vehicle and registration is the same that the new, the same price. But well, I told you, don't take it like uncure information. It's better to ask. Go to my recommendation for you is go to SSP, or if you have patience to call, but you are able to speak Spanish, and prepare your morning, call until someone pick up that phone. Okay. But well, guys, that's it. That's it about this YouTube live. I hope honestly this YouTube live and a lot, helping a lot you about register your car. And believe me, it's a challenge, not for foreigners people, for residency people. It's the same for national people too, because to be honest with you, I am Mexican. I am Mexican. I born here in this beautiful country. I know another state here in my country, but this city or this state, Yucatan, I know this something. Any procedure is bureaucracy. Any procedure here in Merida is patient. is a lot of documents, gathered of documents, and you need to spend your morning and days for obtain the resolution about that procedure. Okay, guys, my recommendation, be patient. Be patient if you want to live here in Merida and you want to register your car here in Yucatan. Guys, before to leave, I'm gonna show you this point. Please, if you love the content about this YouTube channel, and please subscribe in the channel, thumbs up the bell because you are able to know the new video about this channel. I'm trying to do the best, use this language. English is not my first language. My first language is Spanish. I do the best to use this language. I apologize if I make a lot mistake, but I'm trying to do the best. This is my channel. If you want to help me, if you want to support me, please support me, follow this channel. Guys, again, thank you so much for watching this YouTube live. Nos vemos en la próxima. See you in the next one. Um, yes. Bye bye.